Hello, football fans. Welcome to the Nene Show. Thank you for tuning in to Football Xstream. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button below so that you'll be notified when I upload new videos. We kick off today's show with an update from Christian Eriksen, who put out a tweet earlier in the week that he was fine and that he's getting better, and that he's very grateful for all the messages of support that have come in from fans from around the world. Um, he also did say that he's undergoing some examinations just to find out what actually happened to him over the weekend. He also did say that he's going to be cheering his team on, the Denmark team, as they take on Belgium in a tricky encounter. Um, Denmark has to win this match if they are to increase their chances of advancing to the last 16. However, on the other side, Belgium will be looking to make it 6 points out of six, which would more or less guarantee them a spot in the last 16. So, who's going to win this encounter? One would favor Belgium based on form, ranking, squad, firepower, etc. However, upsets can happen, and you just never know in football. The group of death also kicked off this week just to round off round one of fixtures in the Euro 2020. We saw Hungary taking on Portugal. Now we gotta give credit to the Hungary team for holding Portugal at bay for a long period in the match, but unfortunately, towards the latter part of the match, there were some tired legs, and Portugal just increased the tempo a bit. Um, Credit to Hungary as well, who got a goal late on in the game to make it 1-0, and it seemed as if there would be an upset on the cards. However, VAR stepped in, disallowed the goal, and no more celebrations. The game resumed, and that seemed as if it was the wake up call for the Portuguese, who it seemed as if had the game ended 0-0, they were going to regret all the chances that they didn't take. Um, we saw a deflected goal by Guerrera, which gave the Portuguese a 1-0 lead in the encounter. And they just upped the tempo a bit thereafter, and they got a penalty, which Ronaldo comfortably slotted away, which made him the highest goal scorer in the competition's history on 10 goals. However, just before the game ended, Ronaldo scored his second to make it 3-0 to Portugal and make it 11 goals overall in the competition's history. So, looking at the game and the effort that was put in by Hungary, the 3-0 scoreline flatters Portugal. However, if you look at the stats, with 70% possession in favor of Portugal, 11 shots at goal, 7 on target, compared to 5 of Hungary and 3 on target. Numbers do not lie. And Portugal needed to win this match as well, because if you look at the other teams in the group of death, being Germany and France, you cannot. There's no way of seeing which of those two games Portugal will pick up points. So winning against Hungary was a non-negotiable. We move on to the next group, to the next game in the group of death, which saw France take on Germany. The stadium wasn't as packed as the Hungary one, but there were some fans in the stadium. The game ended 1-0 in favor of France. It was an own goal as well. Really nothing much to take out of the game except that both teams seemed like they didn't want to lose the encounter. In terms of the stats, Germany had more shots at goal with 10 compared to France's 4. but also very disappointing to see that both teams only managed one shot on target, considering the type of players that both teams put out, especially up front. I expected a little bit more goals. However, it's still early days, and the teams can kick on from here. However, it's also important to note that France did have a goal that was disallowed, that was scored by Benzema. However, the game still ended 1-0, and the stats don't lie. Now, earlier this week, we saw a press conference where Cristiano Ronaldo removed two Coke bottles, and he replaced it with water. He put them under the table. Pogba followed suit in his post-match press conference, where he was voted man of the match against Germany, and there was a Heineken bottle on the table. He put the Heineken bottle underneath the table, and he replaced it with water. Very interesting and quite funny, actually, considering that Coca-Cola and Heineken are the sponsors of the Euro 2020. But what you guys need to look forward to is the third game of this group, where we see Portugal versus France, Ronaldo versus Pogba. That one is going to be a mouth-watering clash. I'll see you guys again next time. Thanks for tuning in to the Nene Show. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back again soon. Take care.